Okay, hello. Welcome back, folks.
Hi
We're
there,
Roth here.
welcome to the world of Mario.
Here, I'll let this player, or let this trailer play again.
Hi there, and
While
welcome to
I
the world of Mario Paint. This
enable
is a game
all the
that's all about
things.
creation and fun. In fact, you can even play with the game logo. See, this letter changes Mario's size, and this one makes Yoshi appear.
Beep, beep,
And then
beep,
this
beep, beep,
one,
beep, beep.
whoa! Quick, start the video, start the video!
Alright, hello.
In this mode, you can select from a few
Let
existing
me get the other
pictures
keyboard
and
out of the
color
way.
each part using the fill paint.
Yeah, I'm gonna be hopping
You can
back
also
on
click
Mr.
Mr.
Mario
Crayon
Paint, of
to swap
course.
between other color
We
and
gotta
pattern
finish up
options.
the Diddy Kong racing.
You can even fill in Yoshi with more Yoshis.
Oh, or Diddy
if
Kong,
that's your thing.
drawing.
Here is where you can create something entirely your own using the different
So yeah, it's like
available
a
tools. And if
Mario
you
Paint
make
is
a
like a
mistake, just click the undo
Mario
dog
Paint
icon
is
to go
a drawing app,
back a step.
or I guess a creative app, where you can
With
draw,
the Nintendo Switch 2 system,
animate,
you can use either
and
a left
compose your
or
own
right
music.
Joy-Con 2 controller as a mouse to cultivate your creative
But yeah,
creations.
I guess I'll just let this
And
trailer
if you
play
have a
so that
Nintendo
folks
Switch,
know what this
you
is
can
about,
plug in a compatible
especially
USB
this
mouse.
iteration of it.
Oh,
That's been
speaking of
re-released
loose
for
mice,
the
let's
Switch.
go check out the break room.
Online for Switch 2.
Welcome to the break room. Through the magic of neglect, our team converted
And it's also
a
mini
perfectly
games.
serviceable garbage can into a soggy, steaming pile of sickness. And, well, this
Those
is how
banana
you get
peels.
flies. On the bright side, this is a great place to blow off some steam by slapping the proverbial paint off these bugs. Just watch out for King Watinga. He's not in a good mood. What do you mean that's not funny? This mode is a great place to create game sprites and other objects 1 pixel at a time. You can save up to 15 different stamps.
Oh, today is
and
actually,
even create larger
Avocado Day.
objects by piecing them together. Fun fact, do you know why it says special stamp in the frame? If so, please tell me, as I didn't have time to check that before this video was due.
Wait, how do you spell
Here you can
avocado?
animate your creations and really start to bring them to
Avo,
life.
and then
You can
Cavo.
animate up to 9 frames before they repeat. And then you can move them along a path, like this.
There you go, the animation.
Hey, that looks pretty good. But there's one more thing we should add before we're done. In this mode, you can select from 15 different sounds to help bring the song in your heart to the outside world.
I would like
And
to
yes,
mess
we
around
do
with the
have a dog,
composer mode as
cat,
well.
Pig, goose,
Not sure
and
about tonight,
baby
though.
as sound options.
But I think
In this
once
case,
we
let's
finish
compose something for
the
our
Diddy Kong
favorite
drawing, we can probably mess
pharmacological
around.
plumber.
A little tiny bit,
I
but we'll
call
see.
this piece that one Dr. Mario song I found within the Mario Paint Player's Guide, or Fever, for
Alright, get the idea.
Hi there, and welcome
I
to
do
the
like
world
the
of
cover
Mario.
art for it. It's got the unique 2D drawing of Mario. Let's hop onto this. I'll also show the past drawings. So, of course, Mario Paint does require mouse mode, which is why we have the cam on here and Joy-Con down on the desk. Probably not the ideal way to, I don't know. I mean, this is probably the best I could do at the moment, unless I have, like, I don't know, more flatter surface. I would recommend a really flat surface, like, say, I don't know, like an actual mouse pad and or I don't know, maybe the actual Super Nintendo mouse pad that came bundled with the actual game. But you can just get like a piece of plastic, maybe even a glass. If you have like a desk that is made out of glass, or even if it's like a plastic desk, I think that would be a great one too. But as long as the texture of the desk is like really flat and really smooth, you could probably even use like I don't know, like a game pack. By game pack, I mean like say this copy of Mario Party 8. Probably use this. Okay, so this might not be as smooth. Never mind. I don't know. Just looking around the environment to see what else. Okay, this is how smooth it is, but probably not the most smooth. But it is what it is. Alright. I don't get this thing here. It's just a little hold like a button or something. I don't know. Maybe you gotta like hold it and let it go at the right time or something. Alright, so past drawings, we did a couple tiger drawings, tiger related. because a couple nights ago it was Tiger Day. Yeah. There's an image that I drew of White Blaze from Ronin Warriors, which is getting a second season sequel, rebootable soon. And here is Derpy the Tiger from K-pop Demon Hunters. Second drawing we did that same night. Then now we're just working on the Diddy Kong one, which we're about to load back up and try to finish tonight. Let's see if we can find the save states. CLCR, I think. And load. Oh, I could also go to this end and take the central one, right? Go to load. Click on that switch. Press start. Got some neat tunes in this. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. Sound effects. You can also adjust the mouse speed. It seems to always... It continues to reset it to default. So once you come back to the app, you have to, you know, reset all things or reconfigure all the settings again. So let's go rabbit. Either rabbit or I guess cheetah mode for faceted and stuff. Or I guess with the Switch version, you can just load up the save, the suspend point. Create but load up. You also need to create it first before you even load it up. So make sure it's you know, updated and to the latest point that you want to save before you create it. And once you create it, next time you hop on and you load it up, that will be, you know, it'll continue where you left off at. So that's what we have so far. I'm gonna try and I don't know, maybe finish the image tonight. We'll see. I do plan to add like a balloon over here, maybe edit some trees in the background and stuff. I'll have to get rid of the water drops. It is actually raining today too, all night tonight. So this is the image that we're basing it off of. Diddy Kong on the DS, or Diddy Kong Racing I should say. This is an actual thing that released. Got this game back when it first came out. Pre-ordered and picked it up at Best Buy. So I'll be putting it over here. Just continue to look at. Let me move the camera over so you get a better top-down view of myself clicking and dragging. And I have like a piece of cloth here. It's actually meant to clean our eyeglasses and stuff. These were sent from Zenny when you order like eyeglasses from there. Not that I'm, you know, promoting it or anything, but it does say Zenny on it. The Zenny logo. Kind of slightly see it, but it blends in well. But it is just a way to, you know, keep my palm to not slip too often. And now I can probably change the TV screen to game input. Hopefully the audio around here is at the current state is audible. But I also want to copy and paste the title to notify the other streaming platforms that we're live. Let's see if this goes through. Oh, it's also Chili Dog Day, by the way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It seems to not be going into DLive for some reason. I'll have to double check on that. Alright, let's gonna change the input on TV. I'll double check it. Do, 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 do. There we go. Ba, 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 ba. Let me check if DLive is going through. I think one of the platforms is has been shut down. Ooh, I thought we're live on Picarto as well. It's good to be back on Picarto. There you go, DLive. I don't know if that went through or not. Okay, there we go. Let me check this one other platform. Okay, looks good. Alright, set to go. We hopped on a little late tonight, but it's okay. Try to get on as soon as possible. Trying to capture and upload an animated GIF of a game that just released today called Heartworm. I did a stream of it during Steam Next Fest. Survival horror game with retro style graphics, low poly style, and harkens to, like, you know, the old Silent Hill and Resident Evil. And then the protagonist uses a camera to fight the spirits, which is a pretty neat concept. Let's see. I feel like I could use the selector tool. Oh, it's probably not a good idea. Because if I do this... Let me see. Try that again. It actually raises the hair up too. Oh snap, yeah. Yeah, I think the hat should be like up there, up to that point. So I'm gonna have to redraw that, because it looks more correct when it's up there. Yeah, so far I've been enjoying this. It's been my latest addiction. So I'll definitely be featuring this a whole lot. Multiple times throughout the week, possibly. This Diddy's cap. It's a little more round on this side. Alright, and then this hair doesn't really pop out at the front here, but I think I'll have it pop out. At least a little bit. I would have to like add some shading at the bottom there. Oh, I might have to redo the ear again. Like, it doesn't jut out as much. At least it's not supposed to. Then maybe this part here. Go down this way. I think its face goes down a little more. This should possibly line up with the cheek a bit, so I may have to adjust that a little more. And then adjust the ear. Otherwise, what is that? He looked a little more like Chunky Kong. Pew pew pew. Da 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 da. I could probably add more red. Then I guess the shoulder, right? Reiterate the shoulder a bit. I don't know about the elbow over here. I guess it would just be like a different angle. That's how we see it on the cover. Granted, I feel like a lot of this would be squished up a little bit compared to how it appears on the cover because of how much space we have in the frame. Just gotta like, you know, slowly adjust. Alright. I know I had the eyes more squinted. Now I can probably make it a little more rounder. Just to indicate that, oh yeah, there is some progress going on with this drawing. And also the thing about the teeth too is that might not want to keep it like this, because the DS version, compared to like when he appeared in the Country series and the NCT4 Diddy Kong Racing, even on the cover he doesn't have the teeth. Like they would show him without the teeth. And then like by the time we reach the DS era, and then on the front cover he would have the teeth. So I think that was like new at the time. But he would have like the gums, we'd see his gums at least, so try to get his gums in. But I think, I don't know, to keep it more toony based, normally it's, you know, they would have the teeth like this, and then like just having the plus signs, and also in the center too. So you look at something like the DK design, it would also have the same thing. Which might confuse people that thinking that, oh yeah, this could be DK, but in actuality it's Diddy Kong. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. It's an odd shape. Although I think going with the grays would be more ideal. I don't know. We may not keep it like that, but we'll probably come back to it. Probably get so one thing I learned about in the past couple of nights of using this is that I can use the selective tool, click it once on the color that I want, and then it will be like a single pixel, which is pretty neat. There we go. That sort of smoothing that out a bit. Still gotta fix the ear though. It seems like the whole side of the ear is shaded. And then the ear is actually a little longer. Gotta be careful where I place the black dots, pixels. And now I can just like carve, thin out the ear a bit. Although I think having his ears stick out a little more would be more monkey-like, I guess. There we go. Reshaping the ear. We could add some more of the blue here. Yeah, so the recent Direct, there were definitely some exciting announcements. Even one that I had predicted would be a someday thing, and didn't expect it to be so soon. So maybe one of the titles that they held back to announce it during a Direct was in fact the that Monster Hunter one. So Capcom came out. First thing they showed was a reveal trailer for Monster Hunter Stories 3. And sure enough, it's gonna be landing on Switch 2. Something that I had vouched for months back when when everyone was enjoying their Wilds, during Wild's launch. Even before then, during like the beta test and stuff. Like even in Capcom's own Monster Hunter streams. Well, you know what? I'll probably add some fur or stick out. Then me and just being in the live chat for the Monster Hunter, official Monster Hunter community hunts and just chatting about. I'm just hoping that there will be like a Stories 3 for Switch 2. Seeing that Wild was not on Switch 2 yet. If at all, if ever. I'm like, how about we get like Stories 3? And then even Kolgat. Kolgat is the moderator for Capcom's channels. So they would be like between the YouTube chat and also the Twitch side of things when they're live streaming their community hunts. And even they mentioned a little later on, man, it could be like a Stories 3, you know, could be a possible thing. And then, yeah, and I continue to add on top of that. And then while mentioning that in the live chats while they were playing Wilds, Jono, who would be the Capcom community manager for Monster Hunter nowadays, and he's like always grinning. He's just like grinning and just smiling because I, you know, feels like he knew something. So of course, you know, didn't say a word, you know. But between me and the moderator, we were just like hoping that there would be a Stories 3. No one else was talking about it, just me and Kogat. But I don't know, it's just more like wishful thinking from like the fan side of things. But yeah, now it's a real thing, and people are, you know, excited for it. Excited for, you know, brand new Monster Hunter in general, because, you know, what we get from Wilds is not as what we hoped. Well, I guess for me, you know, I've already expected it to come out that way. So nowadays, there's like less content for some of those games. So. But seeing that, you know, Stories is going to be, it's always been story based. And that's what we're going to be expecting, you know. Story based game goes a long way. Plus, with the added multiplayer, I feel like more people need to know about stories and the importance of it in today's, you know, trends of games in general, because we don't see enough story-based games with you know, multiplayer nodes latched onto it. And Stories is definitely one of them, you know. Stories 1, 2, and 3. Getting everything in view. Yeah, I think the eyes for the most part is aligned just fine. I think the shoulder here probably make this a little bit more rounded. Let's go with regular. What? Oh, and also there's a new Katamari game, which looks exciting. It's been a long time since we had a proper new entry in the Katamari series. Been joining the remaster rerolled. There was also Relove Katamari rerolled, released shortly after, about a year after, I think. After the first reload. And that one has multiplayer. It's great. So I'm guessing the Once Upon a Katamari, which is the title of the new entry, it's going to be similar in the way that plays in multiplayer, I mean. So hopefully, I don't know. I just hope that it's cross-platform compatible. Because that, you know, going forward, I feel like, you know, you could pick up the Steam version and be able to play with folks on different systems and stuff. I think the process of entering like a lobby ID and stuff, I think that would be a great way to go about it. Like Mario Kart style. Make it easy for everyone. So I feel like using the red, a little bit of blacks, a little bit of reds for the darker parts, I think. Alright, I think for the most part the shirt is alright. I think I'll figure out how to get the bottom lip to look correct. Let me see. Bottom lip is like a bit curvy. So let's fix this up a bit. It's gonna be a bit more smiley. I think in the on the cover there, like it's more like this dips down a little more, almost like Ninja Turtle style. I don't know. I could try to transform it a little bit. Alright, this part comes down too. Yeah, there were a few other announcements. A few other things revealed in that direct. That was exciting, but I think those were the top two, I think, that really did it for me. Square Enix though, my gosh. They showed up a whole lot of stuff. A good handful though. Both new and returning titles. Do. There you go. Gotta have that mouth curve a little more. I don't know if I want to add it on this side. Let's see. We do like a brown. What's on this side? Oh, there you go. Yeah, I think covering that with brown. Alright. I feel like that the wheels are gonna be difficult to do. Let me check preview. So apparently the bumper part of the carts would have some ridges over here, like grip or whatever. So I guess I'll draw that line for it. Wait, this one's already dark. I think it should be a cross between the cyan and the gray. Could use this one here for the metallic portion. I may have to come up with my own pattern. Oh, maybe even this one here. Like this. So turquoise, this teal. This color's okay. Actually, I'm curious to see how this looks. That looks like it's gonna be more like bigger pixels. Yeah, that's that's definitely bigger pixels. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Try these. Whoa, what the heck? Oh, interesting. Oh wow, so it goes like that, huh? Ah, I see. So it's like it sets like the pattern for that. You just draw your way to reveal that pattern, I guess. I could also come with my own pattern using oh, let's see. I wish they could show like the number. Yeah, like this one here. So I have the Triforce. There's something else here, but it looks blank, but there's only like a couple of pixels on there. Let me check that right now. Nope. Doesn't seem to reveal. Oh, I see why. Because it's like that. So this is the Triforce one. So maybe for this one is like, I thought it was supposed to be like the star thing that I did. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we're gonna have to make this one look a little more metallic. But I think I'll use this. No, what happened there? Make this tool here. Yeah, I think just adding a few of these here. I think I should just make it like checkered pattern between the cyan and the light gray. But let me see. I don't know. Even just having it like that is fine too. Whoop. You know what? Let's go design that pattern right now. I think it's gonna be similar to this, but gray and cyan instead of a gray and the one below. Forgot how you even do it. This one? Oh, there you go. Let's see how small we can get it to. Yeah. Should be like this, right? Oh. Yeah, we can't really undo more than just one. You have to be quick on the undo if you're I could just make like the 8x8, I think. And even that texture would be just fun. Like as like a stamp, texture stamp. I think just having this color texture would be just fine too. And then whatever else I lay underneath it. But I think it would be required to have the transparency pixels in between. That way we'd have like, you know, different intensities of pattern and or color. So otherwise, I'm not sure there's a way to even fill in, if we want to get like different colors and stuff, I don't know if there's a way to fill in those colors. Otherwise I have to like remake this pattern over again if I want a specific color, stuff like that. So I'd have to have a pattern for each of these colors. It's gonna be a while. And then adjusting the intensity of them. So the spacing of these dots, these pixels. To make it appear, you know, to adjust accordingly to however I want it. Alright, let's do save. Oh, I can also load. I can load a past. There we go. I'm gonna save in that. Probably add another one, but I'm gonna try this one first. Alright, so let's do fill. Huh? Oh, there you go. Ooh, okay. A bit messed up there, but it's okay. So that's where you get the sort of the cross hatch. How do you call it? Still looks a little bit cyan though. Definitely a little more cyan. Maybe it would be more ideal if I used a dark gray underneath there. Yeah, from the looks of it, I think the dark gray. So maybe I'll grab these. Yeah. Wait, you know what? I think I'll light out this part first. No, I had it. There we go. Oh, but then it matches the ground. That's okay. I think the ground could have been like the darker gray. Let's do this. That way, it just like, yeah, it'll be more visible. Do 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 do. Some more darks. Do 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 do. Alright, so now I can go in. It's gonna be tough because the way, from the looks of it, it almost looks like arrows. Like it's almost like a V shape, a very wide, weak V shape. And then it's like a slight shine too. Kind of see it. Let's do 1 pixel. Okay. Now it's looking a little more like it. I think the lining should be as far as over here. And then the next layer, it would have some space in between though. I think what I can do is makes it like 2 pixels sideways, like lengthwise. Left and right, I mean. That way would, you know. It'll allow me to do this a little faster. But it's okay. I could just still do it with a single pixel, but just takes a little longer. Do 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 do. This part here is gonna be tricky to get to look right. I think all the black dots were from the ground. Try to get it look as clean as possible. I feel like I just use this tool here. Oh no, not that one. Imagine adding like headlights. Ooh, I don't know what that part. I'm sure I should extend this even more. It's supposed to fit at least like 4 of these bars, but even that is tough to do, given the amount of space that we have. So let's do this. Let's make it so that it's thin, and then thin enough that I can fit in the other ones. Oop, I don't know what that part is. Something like that. But I feel like it should be... the spacing in between should be a little bit more closed in. Thinner. And we can fit in the other parts. And again, like the surface of the desk isn't as flat as I'd like it to be. Man, it's pretty tough. Let me try the smaller size. Ooh. Yeah, something alongside this size here. My gosh. It's so hard to get it up that angle. I think this side here is more tough than this side because of the angle that is at. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I think the shine is supposed to be on the lighter gray and not the darker gray. Maybe there's some parts that would segue into it, but for the most part, I gotta thinify this side a little more. I'm just gonna like sharpen it up. Yeah. Now it's doing the same thing again. I don't know if it goes any further out there. I think it should end at some part right here. But I know that continues more. So let's have it so that the most bottom layer would be that dark gray. Yeah, I think it should end somewhere around here. Oh man. Oh, there you go. Yeah, carve it like that. And I think this top one here. Ooh. Yeah, there we go. Something about this part. There we go. Man, that's tough to do, man. These ridges. Get it to look right. It's close enough, I feel. Now I can probably add some more shine. Let's see. Yeah, again doing the cross hatch thing. It's a good way to go about it. Add a little more of the shine on the rim. It's tough to do. I don't know if using green would be a good idea. Oh. Oh man. Maybe using the maybe not the dark gray, but like the black. Let's try it. Yep, curving it a little more. I feel like oh, I think it should. I think it should continue going that way. Cause this part here is supposed to curve inward, but you still see the green, like how it's done over here. Alright, now I'm gonna do the same on this side. Oh man, it's hard to add this rim. The one said it's gonna be easy. Ba-da-da. Maybe using the gray. Mix it up with the black and gray. Now let's add some of the gray. Whoop. I'm not sure if I should cross-hatch the grays there, grays and the blacks. But I think adding the gray on this side definitely makes sense. Yeah, I think adding that definitely helps a lot there. Still feel like you need to like, curve down a little bit, but it's okay. Now I gotta reveal the wheel a little more. I don't know why I expanded it out. I think that this would curve downward, like the blue part would potentially come down a little more. I bet there's also a line tool we can use, but I'm not gonna be using that. The line tool is also like 4 pixels too thick. It doesn't stay the same size as how it appears when you're clicking and dragging it in the process of that. Alright, now we can add the green. Yeah, the green should definitely, there should be some room for the green to go around. And same thing on this side. Like maybe 1 pixel or 2 pixels. Just enough so that it wraps around the cart there, you know, something like that. Wait. I think this part here, I think the shine should somewhere be like there's another shine over here somewhere that goes up that way. I think what I'll do is I'll add a shine up that way. I don't know about this one here. See how this looks. Oh no, I don't want that spray. Oop, man, it's a very rough spray. Let's add this thinner one. No! Yeah, I might have to do a custom one. Yeah, I might have to do a custom one. Let's do here. It's supposed to attach to that. This one up here, but that's as far as I can go or want to go. They made it look like the green is a different texture than the shiny part that is with the blue. And even up here, I feel like the white space in this one logo is actually more light gray than it is white. I can also do like a crosshash, so you can find that. Here, let's try this one here. Oh yeah, probably go with this. And then I can just add the more of that white. Oh, I could probably also use that other one. Maybe check that one again. Yeah, this one here. Try that one. Yeah, because the checker pattern there makes it look flat. Let's try this. Ooh. Kind of partial to this, but at the same time, it's definitely more gray than it should be. I don't know. Let me go back and actually try that checker again. on top of the current. Yeah, I can also use my own. Let's try this here. Oh, there you go. Lighten it up a little more. So now, let's find like a sort of middle ground by mixing patterns together. Depending on, you know, the color palette you want to go for and stuff, or I guess how lighter, how darker that you want to go. There's always a technique for it. Let's go 1 pixel. Oh. Okay. Just making sure. Wait, this part here needs to be moved a little tiny bit. Keep in mind that there's also another rim on the outside here, similar to the one that's right here, just above the bumper. Oh boy. Okay. Let's get some more highlights here. Across the center. No, not the blue. Apparently there's some parts on the red too. I think what I can do is I can probably use the pink. Is it pink? Let's probably mix it with this. So this color or this color. I'll try this. And place up there just in case. So also this color. Let me try both of these. Oh, yeah, this color actually works too. Yeah, that's a tough one to do. No, come on. Da 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 da. Well, I guess it does go down that way too. See, I could use that. I could use the pink one. Let's see how it looks with the pink one. Whoop. Alright, that would be just the white. I don't know. White makes it look more shiny. Ooh. Yeah, the white just makes it look more shiny. No. Yeah, the only thing is that the white makes it look more shiny than it should, whereas the beige color gives it a more softer look. So maybe I'll stick with that one. Could be like a mix, or a new mix of the. I can't tell if that one's there he goes, like that. Crosshash the white and the beige, I think, at the bottom there. Alright. Let's see. Whoop. Thinking to maybe crosshash the blacks and maybe grays around the one, but I don't know. Just to make it look like it faded a bit. That's okay. I think over here though. Let's give it a little more gray. Wah, wah, wah. There we go. Gotta have confidence in the metal. Still feel like it should probably add more. Oh, the black pixels down here, the center. But I'll likely get back to it. Do 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 do. I don't know about that last part there. I think just making it nearly completely gray would be ideal. Just have the shine at the top, and then the dark part at the bottom. Oh, I see. So just laying the gray on top of the black, I think, would be the way to make it appear like that. I see. See. Oh, maybe I should do that from this side too, huh? I mean, it's already lined up that way too. Alright. Let's see what other areas. Guess we'll get to the wheel. I feel like there needs to be more of the wheel in view. That way we can get the belly to appear. The wheel needs to be more rounded too. No, come on. Or increase the thumb, raise it a little higher or something. I think we'll get there eventually. So. I do like the idea of having that top part of the wheel shining. Yeah, I think most of the shine is like at this part here. Not so much this part. Yeah, something like that. It's gotta be a dark gray. Oh. Thought I pressed on the dark gray right. Oh, because there was a mix of the light gray and the dark gray. I wonder. Yeah, I think something like that. So I think the belly should be visible. Of course, gotta add the belly, right? And then the thumb should be like visible down here. Come on. Maybe the mouse. It's got like a thumb that wraps around. And then like here's down here. Just let me see. And then a little bit of the belly button. Oh, let's see. Guessing this entire area would be have the beige color. Right. Now we can start wrapping the hand around it. Well, I feel like I should have... Maybe I should do orange. I'm gonna try orange. Either orange or... Yeah. Yeah, I think orange. Looks pretty well. Yeah. Orange for the skin color. For the shadow, I mean. Do, 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 do. Okay, let's see it a little bit under here. And then I guess I can use the brown for this part. I can kind of see where the belly button would be. Let's build the rest of these. Do, 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 do. Yeah, it gets to a point where you can start to see the darker areas. I think that's when I would mix it with the peach and the grays. Alright, let's make this can a little bit more bigger. Then we gotta make the border there. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Ba-da-ba. I think this dips down a little more. Oh, interesting. So that's like a cushion. Yeah, supposedly there's like a cushion on the inside. That's how they're resting. The leg is like outside there. Let's get his fur in. Man, his legs are just like squished in there. You can kind of see. I don't know about the hand there. I'll have to figure out that hand part. I think I'll continue to have the leg here. And down this way. I have to add the rim at the top there. That's gonna be tough to try and add that. But we get them. So this light one. Hey there, Sonic. Man, have I been missing messages? Now putting the brown fur between the eyes. I mean, I don't know if you're seeing this, but this is the art cover that we're basing it on. You can actually see it. Can we see it now? He's peeking from the camera. I mean, if you want, I can add it. Let's find that line tool. There you go. Are you happy? Are you happy now? I mean, it's hard enough already. What color is this? Okay, so it's light gray. Yeah, I'm a bit focused on this. I think that the one thing we can do on the Switch version is the zoom function. So if we double click it, and then I just lock in place, and go this far in, and then just like, you know, go about entering the dots, you know. So this is like the advantage of using the Switch Online version, because you can get the zoom in view. Whereas if someone were to maybe use the PC port, the unofficial fan port of Mario Paint, and or you know, ROM version or something, or even the original on the Super Nintendo, they won't have this ability, or at least not easily accessible, you know. But you know, zooming back out, and you're using this on a modern display, you know, HD TV, modern day. Maybe not as up to date, but you know, just enough that it's you know, distinguishable. We're in the future now, but you know, just given that this is on Switch, we just have that ability. Can I make it thinner? No. That is just how they made the line tool. So I can display. Have you ever used this app at all, Sonic? Have you ever played the Super Nintendo? And specifically this version of Mario Paint? Maybe not this Switch version, but, or even if so, you can access this on your Switch too if you have it. So these are the line tools. There'll be the solid lines, there's the spray line, then there'll be like square and circles. So we'll just try out these four here. And selecting the first one, let's go with like a pink. Clicking, dragging. Initially you think that would be the line, but when you let go, you know, this is twice the amount of thickness. Let's undo that. Let's try the second one. Click, drag. See how thick that was compared to the tree underneath it? See, this is the second one. That's how many pixels? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just about 8 pixels wide. Let's try this thickest one. Collect and drag. You think that that line right there would be the final, but nope. And you let go, that is it right there. Even bigger. So yeah, you gotta have to adjust to that. Try this other one here. This is the spray. Same thickness as the previous one, but more scattered. Spray-like. So, now with that shown and, you know, in our minds, there is another way. And it is to do pattern stamp. This is where you can design your own patterns. So I can do like, if I want to do one single line, this is how I have to do it. You know, and then saving this to a slot so I can actually continue using this. I can get it as thin as I want using this ability. This is the feature, the little trick. Then I can save it to a slot if I choose to. You know, I made 2 so far. I thought I had a second one, previously, but I guess it wasn't there. I can save it if I want, and then load it back up to further edit it and stuff like that. So, like say, I'll use this as an example, which I'll do right now. Let's save it to that third slot. Let me double check. Yeah, for some reason it's not letting me. I don't know. And then from there, didn't want to rotate it. I can use either this tool, try this one. Let's go back and find it. So like all these different shapes here, these can be used as stamps. So I guess I didn't do it right. Oh wait, actually I didn't. I think I did. Okay, so from here, now I can stamp it down as like a single, you know, pixel line. You see what I mean? And again, this is just me learning how to use this app in the past 3 days. You know, give it a couple days, give it a few days, give it a week to learn about each of these features. You know, this goes for any app, whether it's Photoshop, whether it's MS Paint. You know, give it some time for people to learn it, and then, you know, we can come up with different techniques to go about tackling a situation, you know, tackling an objective. But that is art. You know, we do and learn, you know. We make mistakes, we learn from the mistakes, and we fix it ourselves. Yeah. It's like the way of life. But yeah. Alright, so back to this rim. Let's get this color. I think that should be white. Try this again with this color. Yeah, you have your own switch. You can take part in trying yourself. See if you can come up with your own drawing of Diddy Kong. We'd love to see it. We'd love to see it. And if you have any works available already, feel free to share it in the link. I think links should be allowed over there on YouTube. But if you have like a quick link to like Twitter or something, feel free to post it. Come up with your own version of Diddy Kong. Whether or not you want to add your own line to the eyes if you want. Let us see it. What you got? Show me what you got. Show me your Diddy Kong. You're doing it live. Want to see Diddy Kong with Sonic, guys? Yeah. If you got a drawing ready to be shown, feel free to link it. It's an open session right now. You feel free to share whatever you have. This is a creative session, you know. Feel free to share your art or anything that you've done or that's creative. Yeah, this is the opportunity to do it. like anyone, this goes for anyone, you know, if you're just lurking or whatever. I mean, you don't have to come out or lurk to share it, but I mean, this would be the time to share it. But you don't have to, you don't want to. I think the purpose of doing art is to not only to be creative, you know, having an open mind, and then just letting others see it to further inspire, you know. It's more of a way to output. Let's go for the dark. Actually, I think the light gray. More of a pencil and paper kind of artist. Never use a digital drawing tablet. Hey, so am I. I don't think I've ever held like a drawing tablet, unless you count like a Wii U gamepad as a drawing tablet. But even this is, I don't think it's you know, not really a drawing tablet. It's a tablet-like device, but it's more so like as a game controller. Don't let that be an excuse, you know. If you got photos of your drawings, you know, that's one way to do the thing. Then again, you know, it's up to you if you wanna. If you don't want to share it, that's fine. I'm saying that, you know, there's the opportunity to share it because we're doing art. You're gonna be seeing a lot of this, by the way. This won't be the only night. In the past few nights, I feel like since they put this game out for the Super Nintendo app, I feel it's gonna be in regular rotation. So yeah, you're gonna be seeing a whole lot of this. Speaking of pencil and paper, traditional style, I do have my old drawing / sketchbook. Had this since like 1985, a long time ago. That's like 30 years ago. So I've had this book for like 30 years. Let's see what's in it. Oh hey, look, my old Pikachu drawing. It must have been around like 1999, 1998. Yeah, those would be like some random sketches that I would do. There's Meowth. Not sure if it's visible, but it's a pencil. There'd be some random drawings and sketches that I would do. So it's a character I made called C. A foot. Oh, I remember this. This would be an idol group that we listened to back in the mid-90s called Raptor. They're no longer active, but they would do concerts every now and then. Maybe not every year, but the label that they were part of would have different groups around that era to do like a comeback concert. These guys would be the two main members of that group that would return. These guys, Fanny and Brian, were part of K-pop duo, R&B duo called Flat in the Sky. So I did a little like a chibi anime-ish drawing of them. Can't really see it, so it's a very light pencil. But yeah, back in the day, I think that was like around like 1999. a soda can there. It's another made character, more triangular. Didn't give this guy a name yet, but I guess nowadays you call them OCs for original characters, right? So I was trying to come up with like a circle, there's a triangle, there was gonna be a square one, but I never drew the square one. So this would be like the stylistic triangle character. I'll show one more. This is the my own hand holding a pencil. So let me see if we can get a pencil real quick. This is how my hand looked, or sort of looked, back in like 1999, 2000. And then I took a nap while I was drawing this. So I did this much, and then I took a nap with the book open. And then my friend walked over. He's part of a community. What do you call those things? Like after school, we would hang out around this community place. So yeah, I'll just hang out there. Sometimes I'll do my homework, blend there before it's time to go home and stuff. So I took a nap because I was, it was a very tiring day. And then he would see my hand sit in that same pose as I was napping, and then and he'd see the drawing. It's like he just like laughing. And he told me about it. There, I don't know if that's even visible. But yeah, that's like a little story attached to that. Oh no, these are on my own time. I never really had any classes outside of school. I think that was all of it. That was roughly around like 1999, 2000. And then someday in the past, like I think like 2018, I want to say. Yeah, 2018. I found this book again. It was been in storage for so many years since. So like roughly 20 years later. Yeah. Roughly 20 years later in 2018, I would pick this book back up and there would be a bunch of blank pages. So I would, make use of them to do Inktober. Oh, let's see, I'm gonna reactivate that thing. Actually, maybe I'll keep it. So I started doing like Inktober drawings, and then inspired by Disney because that year we took a trip down to Walt Disney World with some of the family, mom's side, and yeah, cousins, aunts, uncle, and yeah, came back September. It was during September 2018. Came back, did some Inktober stuff. So these are some of the drawings that I've uploaded. You can find it on the YouTube page. There'll be time-lapse drawings of them. And yeah, we also stream these live too. So I was drawing these live. It's back when we did traditional art. 2018 onwards. DuckTales there, if you can recognize. Like a single frame from the film. It's one of my friends there. This was another drawing from back in 1999, 2000. One of my friends, tag name Lil C, so it's like a little, like a toony drawing of him. Here's how he looked back then. The baggy pants era. Oh, look, Battletoads. I think I drew this sometime in like, I don't know, 2016 or something? Like a Christmas art contest. Rare held an art contest. It might have been 2015. But that's just a wild guess. Because I think around that time, Rare Limited, or however their company is called, kind of in relation, while we're on the topic of Diddy Kong Racing, developed by Rare, the same company Rare also made Battletoads, and this is Rash, one of my favorite characters from Battletoads. in a more Christmas holiday get up, you know? So he's got the Christmas holiday hat and then the candy cane whacking that, you know? But yeah, it's still in pencil form, so you might not be able to see it as well. And it turns out that this became the winning contest entry. So they sent me a bunch of goodies, rare merch through the mail. So physical items, they sent me like a mouse pad. Actually, I can probably bring that mouse pad down and use it for the Joy-Con. I think that would be a good idea. Now that I remembered. They sent me like a bag too, it was all inside of a bag. And they were celebrating their anniversary, I think, that year. So that's why I remembered that it was like 2015 or roughly around there. Because they were celebrating like 30 years or something like that. So roughly around 2015. Then the rest here are more Inktober stuff, the Disney-inspired or Disney-themed Inktober drawings, which you would find over on the YouTube side. There'll be like time-lapse drawings and stuff. But yeah, there's the poison apple from Snow White. Yeah, it's a little preview of my old sketchbook from 95, 96 onwards. Anyways, a little bit of a short break there, looking at some traditional drawings. I might show it again someday, but depending whether or not I'm doing art. But yeah, back to another rare game, that is Diddy Kong Racing. I think at this time when they released this is like the remaining rare title that they were hurrying to wrap up and then release on Nintendo DS. But by then they were already picked up by Microsoft, and they just allowed Rare to release the game, to finish the game and then release it. Is that Little Mermaid or Freddy Fish? So I don't know who Freddy Fish is, but it was possibly a Little Mermaid drawing because a bunch of those drawings were Disney themed. So if Freddy Fish is a Disney character, it may not be. But I think it was likely a Little Mermaid one, if I recall. It wasn't a fish, I don't think. I think you were referring to the crab. So Sebastian would be that crab, if you're familiar with the Little Mermaid. 1992, I think, is the exact year for that film's release. Would I say that it still has the same paper drawing? I'm not sure what that word is. Same drawing, everything I'm showing have improved. So some of those drawings, I don't know if you listened, but they would range from 1998, 1999 onwards to more recent 2018. So if you see any differences between those drawings, then I'll leave it up to you to decide whether or not it's an improvement or not. Look back at it. I think that's a very common question to ask when you're showing drawings from, you know, when there's like a lot of time in between. But yeah, I don't know. I think it depends on what you draw. Like, it's not the same characters that I'm drawing. You know, there's different characters. Maybe different characters would require different ability and knowledge to, I don't know. How do I finish that sentence? I'm not sure what I would want to say with that. Maybe it requires like a different mental state or technique to get certain lines drawn or something. I don't know. I just draw, you know. I just draw. I don't know how else to word it. I just draw. You know, just draw it out. Whether or not it's going to be finished or not, it's just sketches and doodles. You know, it's not something that I would put out for sale or anything. It's just something that I just keep in the sketchbook. Whenever I feel bored, pull out the sketchbook and just start doodling. Diddly doo-dah diddy. you know? Simple as that. It's not rocket science, you know? You just do it. Do it and don't worry about it. Do it, keep it forever. Show it to people, you know? Maybe they feel inspired to do something. Write a song, write a poem, you know? That's what art is about. I think when people ask about whether or not if one feels whether or not they have improved over time, I think they would have to have the same mentality or same mental state as they were. Or I guess I don't know. I don't know if that is even a requirement. But I think the one thing to be fair about is if you're trying to redraw that old drawing. So, for example, if I were to redraw that same Pikachu drawing or the same Meowth drawing, would there be any difference? You know? Would there be any difference? If I want to make, quote-unquote, an improvement of those Pikachu drawings, the Meowth drawings, you know, I may not, you know? But then, again, like, what is the goal? What is the goal of that newer drawing? What is there to be improved on? You know, that is, you know, another question, you know. What is there to be improved on with that old drawing if you want to redraw it, you know? Same thing with this, what I'm doing right now. What if 20 years from now I were to redraw this again in this program, in Mario Paint again? You know, what is there to be improved on? If the app itself is limited, you know? So, I guess in a way, it depends on the medium too. So there's limitations in the medium being the tools and, you know, whether it's painting, whether it's drawing in traditional form or digital form. Yeah, I guess in digital form, it depends on the app itself. You know, would it be the same version of MS Paint? So using MS Paint from 1998, the Windows 1998 version, or the MS Paint in the current Windows for Windows 11, you know? There's a difference between the old version of MS Paint versus the MS Paint of now, you know? So when you talk about improving, you know, it also depends on the tools too, and what you can use. And then making it a fair thing where you have to limit yourself to using the same exact tool, same exact version, if it's like a digital piece. And then going about that way, you know? So that way it's a fair comparison. So not only the person that's doing it, you know, the artist that's doing it, but also the tool that they're using. And who knows if there are folks out there that over time, maybe they have better knowledge of what tools to get. Therefore, they get this brush or this paint. Maybe that type of medium would allow for much more ease than how it was, you know, back when they did when they originally did that one drawing or painting, you know. So I don't know. I feel like a lot of that can come into play when, quote unquote, improving a drawing, when you try to redraw another drawing, you know, like you did in the past. So I think that's one way to go about it, to see if you have improved or not. If that makes sense, I don't know. Maybe someday it will be understandable, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm the right person to ask that, but I think in a fair space, I think one would have to go back and redraw that one drawing to see if they have improved over time or not. And if they haven't, then, you know, how would you tell if they haven't? Whether or not if they fail to finish the drawing, or if they fail to, I don't know, maybe there's like a time limit or something that's involved with drawing it, or maybe they just give up midway or something without even finishing the drawing. Would that mean that they failed, you know? So which would be the improvement, or which would be the, I don't know, would it be like that the original drawing, say the original drawing is the finished product, and then like when you try to do it again in the current time and then you don't finish it, then what would you call that? Would you call that a fail or a disimprovement, you know? So I don't know, there's different factors to that when you think about it. So whenever you ask that question, like, you know, expect a big answer, you know. I think a lot of common questions like that deserves a big answer, so that folks can further understand, you know, what they're asking. Because you're gonna get a big answer, I think. I mean, you can get a short answer, like say yes and no, but they won't. Maybe some people are too tired to answer that in the big way, so they just say yes, no, you know, just to get it out of the way. But to further let you understand it, the person that's asking, whether or not they get it or not, you know, you want to get people to understand it. I think that's the thing. Otherwise, you know, the question still floats around, and people would not understand it at all until someone else explains it, you know, and get them to understand. But yeah. Anyways, back to this rim part again. I think it's gonna take hours to finish. I'm not even close to finishing this yet. Yeah, I can't say I know those characters. Oh. I think the cart should be a little bit wider. Oh, okay. So the wheel, I think this wheel here, this should be like here, and then this wheel should cover it. Unless I can get the leg to pop out a little more. Yeah, I think it's supposed to like wrap around it. Maybe let's let it cover. Luckily, there's enough room to make these adjustments too. Go now, to the side. It's over now, though. Yeah. Keep like that. Alright, I don't know about the wheel, though. Let's get the darker parts here. I think doing like a crosshatch. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I think the wheel here, front wheel here should be going over this blue part. Use this one. Now upon looking at it, I think this would be like orange, and then the rim should be red, and then the side of it should be yellow. Okay. Baby. Yeah, I can fix this wheel. Oh, this is where it, okay, I see. This is where it starts to expand. Yeah, I think another thing is like art is pretty subjective, you know? Like some would find, and then there's like different styles too. Some like more darker themes, style art, you know? Some would prefer that. You know, everyone has their own preferences on what they like in terms of like arts and visuals and stuff, thematically. Some prefer like pastel colors, whereas others do not like pastel colors, you know? Yeah, that comes into play too. So, yeah, I don't know. It just depends on you. Depends on the person that is, you know, the focus. But I think it's, you know, important to come up with your own style. But you want to stick to like the toony stuff, of course, you know. Whereas others go for like realism. There we go. Let's get this. Yeah, I think this part here. Oh wait, yeah. Maybe I should come up with my own pattern for this part. And having the spacing might be important. Oh. No. Yeah, it's got stuff to do. Oh man. Testing around with these different patterns and textures. I don't know. I'll keep like that for now. I think we're also like using the spray, which is like fix that up a bit. But when I try to do it like manually, the dots like that might not always come out right. Alright, I think this bottom part here gonna shave the wheel a bit. Can we get the shadow to look like it's faded out a bit? Could easily just use the spray, but doing it manually is like a whole process, you know? But you at least get an understanding of how it, you know, it would eventually turn out. Oh man, his eyes. Yeah, I think we gotta make his eyes a little more round. It's important to get the orange down first. The wheel has to look like it's facing this way. I think it should be a green. Oop. Put this back here. No. They're just using the gray. Okay. And I'll have to figure out how long the wheel is. Try the bigger one. And now this side here. Also have a similar shape. Something about... Let's see, I'm trying to fix this. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Let's see, let's get that. Like how's the wheel in the back? Wheel in the back, go round and round. just putting the back wheels into perspective. I think it should also appear like they're behind this blue part. Making sure like it's round enough and stuff. Bum-bum-bum, bum-bum-bum. I think it's gonna be rough trying to get the ridges of the wheels to look, you know, the way it should. Let's see the top part of this wheel. Like some part here needs to be shaved. Or I can expand this part of it. Oh, looks like ads are coming up in a bit. Something like this. Come on. Come on, mouse. Thought I was gonna mess that up. Over here should be more gray. Ooh. Alright. Yeah, I think we got the wheels shapes down more properly, but I think this side here could go a little bit more further down. Let's see, I could probably add the reds. Oop. Right now it's a little past midnight. Let me change the tune. Yeah, there you go. Man, I feel like we haven't, I mean, refined a few parts of the image, but I I think I still have a long way to go. I think for the most part, just the front of the cart has been rendered more carefully. And then now getting to the wheels, getting the mouth shape ready to go, the cap as well, the wheel, and some hands and stuff, the arms. Seems like it's getting closer to the correct shape. We're getting there. We know it's gonna take, like, you know, who knows how much longer it's gonna take. Alright, I think this red, or how do you call this color, it's gonna go well with the wheels. Take a brush. Yeah, I think this is the right color. So this is supposed to be on the outer edge of the wheel. And again, they make the wheels look like pumpkins in a way. And on the inside here would be red. I think I might expand this cart out here a little bit. Let me see. Oh man. Whoop. This top part here. It's supposed to curve downward too. Hopefully I get the lining correctly. Just gonna get another one down here. Seal fill. Ooh, okay. I gotta get the other wheel. Let's build this one. Same goes for this back wheel. I think the back wheel should appear a little lower. Unless we're shooting from the angle. Upper angle. Oh boy. It's rough to try and get these. So you gotta magnify just to get it in closer. It almost feels like Scribblet though, where you cannot zoom in, you know? Because there would not be a feature to zoom in for Scribblet. Similar feel. Whereas like today's apps, more up-to-date apps like Photoshop and stuff, even MS Paint, you're able to zoom in. This is worse. Way worse. Which just goes to show, like, you know, really depends on the artist to make the best out of it. Oh. It has to fit like 3 in there. Decided to redo the wheels. I mean, the wheels weren't really finished. But yeah, I went over it again. Just to, you know, further clarify the shape of the wheel. At least that's you know, how I'm going about it. Because now I know what colors I want to use for the wheels to further match it. And, you know, looking at the color palette here, is what we have. There's this brighter red that's used on the shirt, the top part of the hat, and then there's the this weird red, burgundy. Not really burgundy. I don't know how to call this one. Like clay red, sort of like a clay colored red, or like red orange. Seems to fit more with the wheels than this red. This be more like bright red color. So color choice is important, I think. And again, like, we're limited to the choice of colors. Like, we don't get like a full color wheel of like 256 colors or anything, you know? We only have this array And then you get the patterns. They can use the patterns, but also help a lot too. Who knows, maybe I'll swap to this one here. This might be a good color to use. Well, a color, I mean pattern. Got some over here. Bigger checkered patterns. Want to add like more texture to it. And that's this. Different patterns to use. Alright, let's fill this in. Oh. Okay, so it's like the bottom part of that tip. That's where it filled it in. No. Yeah, it's right underneath that. I know exactly which pixel it is. And I don't think I can point to it. Let's see which pixel it is on this cursor, this brush icon. You have to be really precise. No. Cool. No. Wait, why did it go over the entire thing? Oh, because the other one's the same color. Alright. I think in order to separate those two colors, try the brown. There we go. There we go. Now it's looking more likely. Yeah, it's a little bit past midnight. I also have a Pikachu. Pikachu has the front cover of that. Alright. Man, I still feel like we got a long way to go. I do intend to add maybe the fur texture, you know, for his arm and stuff. Here, maybe I'll try it on this side. See how that looks. I can just go in one by one and just do texture and stuff. That's gonna be what I'll try going there. I don't know if I want to use the red. Maybe I'll stick to the black. Actually, you know what? What if I make my own texture? Let's go over here. Let's do our own texture. Oh. Again, this is going to be similar to the previous one that I made. Oh, imagine doing like X pattern. I think think I'll go with this style here. Let's try this. This is 1, wait, 2, 4, 5 by 5. Yeah, 5 by 5. So I'll save this to, I think it was this one. Oh, I can see that one. Previous one I couldn't see it. So I think with this pattern, I could probably try. Oh, I could probably use this. Oh wait, what the fill? Ooh, okay. Yeah, I think it's gonna be similar to that. I don't know why it goes over there though. Here. What? I don't get it. Oh, I see. Okay, I see now. Huh. Strange. I'm gonna try to stamp. Oh, there we go. See something like that. See, this is how you make use of the stamps to create like shadows and stuff. Crosshash shadows to further help fasten the process a bit. Or else I'll be on this forever, just doing pixel by pixel. So we figure out. I think his arm should be a little thinner, like how we have over here. Maybe, I don't know. I think I should make it so that it's 3 by 3 instead of 5 by 5. Yeah, that way I can just go into some of those smaller locations. Let's see. Oh, I don't know what the shading's part there. Hey, it's alright. But this is like an example of how it can be done. There we go, we got some shadowing going on. There's the technique. Not sure about that selection. Yeah, I think I need to reduce this to like 3 by 3 instead of 5 by 5. And again, like, you know, further experimenting until we get it down right. And, you know, this is the process of learning new tools, new programs and stuff. It goes for every program. Using your past knowledge to further experiment. To learn another tool. Apply that knowledge and onwards. Oh, I can also use on this. Although I feel like this should be like a different color. Hmm. Okay, so I think under this arm here should be like a white space. Just to show that there's a background. Yeah, there you go, that's only that. Probably expand the shirt a little farther out here. Maybe I'll have to move the star a little more. We'll see. Do, 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 do. His mouth. And I feel like I should probably bring his mouth down a little more. I think this star needs to be a little bit smaller. It's supposed to resemble the barrel from Donkey Kong Country. It has that star, red pattern, and then like a star around that. Yellow star, I mean. I think I might want to fill the space here. Whoop. Do, do, do. Alright, probably just go in manually. Ooh. Well, get some textures in there. Probably add some more textures on the side, on the elbow. But more so, I gotta make it look more like his fur, you know? I don't know. I think just having a little bit of something over there. Same on this side. Man. Let's see how it's looking on viewer end. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. The shadows are coming. Shadows are definitely coming out. yeah. Let's save this. I don't know how much more progress we've got so far. I'm gonna save it. And then I'll save the save state. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Yeah. Save state. Oh man, look at that. So much difference from when we started today. Hold on. I'll overwrite this. Ooh, yeah, you can actually see the difference. Go back to, actually, you know what? I'm gonna screenshot this. That thing won't disappear until I put the thing down. Oh. I pressed it too fast. Oh yeah, this some slight differences. Yeah, previously had yellow. This is how it looked when we started today. At the end of yesterday. Adjusted the wheels, the carts. It's been adjusted. And now it's looking more shinier. Things are coming into place. Although the background is still the same. Alright. Let's go back in. Here, I'm gonna step away for a bit. Might want to grab some more ice, so be right back. Enjoy the clippies. So there's the geoglyph. There's another one over there. Some chasms around. There's an overview of Gerudo. Seems like northern Gerudo would have like the ice, snow. Oh my gosh! Why is there a star there? There's a star fragment. I can just grab it right here. My gosh! We're like falling faster than the star fragment. That's like hilarious. I don't think that's ever happened before. Where like the star fragment is like right beside us. That is pretty neat. Let me save that clip. That is pretty neat. Oh man, like for a moment there, just like the star fragment. I've been trying to catch one of those for a long time. Like ever since like the first week or first month of this game's release, and now we finally have a third one. There it is. I want to grab that. I can't grab it, really? Oh, come on. Oh, maybe I can shoot it from down here. Oh, I can't even angle it over there. Come on. Oh my gosh. Oh. Close your eyes. I mean, cover your eyes, kids. Oh man. Alright, here we go. 200 points for that. Oh, I can't grab the film. It's like right below me. It won't allow us to grab it. Oh, I didn't get the tap. Man, I heard that scream. I'll grab this one. There we go. I believe this one I get. Get a scrape? Oh my gosh, how come he's got like electricity? Oh wait, because the guy's got the electric gun. Execute, execute. Ooh! Oh snap, what the heck? Whoa! Did you get that?
No, I just seen you.
Oh, you witnessed me doing that execute? Oh man, that was a new thing right there. So that's like a fatality for the creature there. For the Zed. That's neat. They can do like a finishing move on a Zeds. I dig that. Okay, we're back. It's weird that it shows the killing floor clip. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I was killing floor 3. which has now seen a release. Oh, I forgot about the hat. Let me see if we can get the crosshatch thing. I think what I want to do though, let's go back to the pattern editor. Oh, where can I see? Load. This one here. Oh, I can also make it more circular. Okay, so this is like 4x4. I could stick it to 4x4 or can do 3x3. Let's see how this will go. It's weird because like it would be the very top corner, but the pattern preview doesn't show it completely. It like zooms in, so it misses out on the 3 pixels to even know what it is, you know? So unless I don't know, it would be weird to adjust that, but then not knowing where to input it. Oh, I guess it does show it. But then this is the old version, it didn't save? Let me try this. Why didn't it save properly? Huh? Oh no, there's the old version. Why is it? That's strange. I'll go back and edit it. I think it's, I don't know, good idea to figure it out now. Maybe it didn't save it properly or something. I don't know. Well, let me try this. Save. Click. There we go. Oh, we need to cough. Okay. Now let's check out the pattern. Okay, there we go. Now it's updated. Oh no. There we go. Now it seems to blend in a little more. Ooh, there we go. We got some shading in there. I got the right colors. I think I could also add like the brown in there. Cross-hatched with the brown. I gotta figure out how to get these to... Oh, there you go. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Not sure about the rim of the cap though. Oh, just that. There we go. Man, that is difficult to do. See that there's no like. Wait, what? It's already set down on the table. Did it not detect it? There's like no wait, why does it say that? Joy-Con 2 mouse controllers connect to compatible mouse. What, because I let go of it? That's weird. Well, both of these then. Oh, I think because I moved the left one. Yeah, seeing that there's no selection or lasso tool to select a certain color or area, that makes it more difficult because you gotta do it all manually. And a trans. How's it going? Yeah. Back on the Diddy Kong drawing. Adding some more details and refining the shapes. Yep, you got it. So learning learning different techniques. Trying out some different ideas. With the limitations of the app. Whoop. No. Just undo that one. Let's go back in manually. I don't know if this part should be like darker or what. I'll just continue to add the crosshash. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like underneath that cap should all be shadow. Like even the rim here should be like shadow. Whoa. My gosh, again. See, I know the exact pixel that the where you lay down the dot. It's where the red part of that cursor is. The tip of the finger of that glove. There's a red pixel. That's where it places it. It's hard to see underneath, like when you're hovering over the cap, because it's already red. or matching that color is what we gotta deal with. What's up again? Do, 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 do. So I'll bring it down. Actually, I feel like see it looks like this, like this. Oh. Let's do one more pixel. There you go. Something like that. I don't know. Might have to go over that. A couple of those pixels there. Not sure if I would add oh, you know what if I add green? Let's do a dark green or something. See how it looks with the green. Oh my gosh. No! Did it went down? I think the capture just like... Well, let me see. See the switch is still going over there. Let me change the input real quick. Let's see. See what's happening. Wonder if the computer just like went. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't crash, but I'm gonna lift up the switch too. And then get it back in. Yeah, I think the computer went to sleep. The broadcasting PC, because I didn't get to move the mouse. Alright. There it is, out of the dock. This is what happens. Let's put it back in. Use that as like a digital picture frame. Alright, well. Doesn't seem to pick it back up. Let me see. Try it again. Signal? No signal? Okay. Man. Try unplugging it. Do 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 do. Yeah, I think I like the Elgato driver or the Elgato capture better when it's like plugged to the other PC, or not this one. When I plug it to this PC, it doesn't really pick it up. Well, it just has issues, I guess. I mean, using this PC to broadcast is not the best way to go about it. Okay. So if it doesn't pick up that way, I'm gonna have to open up the Elgato app and see if it picks up that way. But I also wonder if maybe the capture just went off. just won't capture. Yeah, I think I might have to actually restart the entire computer because it's not picking up the signal. All right. This is the part where we kind of troubleshoot. Let's check this out. Troubleshooting. Troubleshooting time. Here, I'll put this down. Okay. I wonder if, man, yeah, I don't think it's ever happened before where the counter just completely blanks out like that without altering anything. Let's see. What if I do this? Yeah, this is the other way. So right now the 4K capture utility would not capture it as it normally would, since it went out like suddenly. Normally it would just be in this view here, but upon picking up, undocking the device and then redocking it, it should be able to pick up the signal. And then I also tried unplugging and then replugging in. So what I think is happening is maybe the capture card must have disabled itself, like signal, maybe the drivers disabled itself. Let me check to see if we can unplug on the other end. It's tough to reach it. Okay. Outputting the TV. Still not capturing it. Alright. Here, let me take it out again. Man. Yeah, I wonder if because I wasn't moving the mouse or just keeping it active, the computer active, I mean, to prevent the drivers from shutting itself down and stuff. So let me see if I can reactivate it. But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I think we might have to swap to something different. But it is what it is. All right. And maybe that's a sign that says, oh yeah, maybe we have to end it. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna pick up unless I restart the computer. Yeah, I don't know when we'll come back to this. But yeah, just what we got so far. You saw it, and we're still seeing it. Diddy Kong. Beep, 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 beep. All right. Yeah, I'll try to save the current state of this, and I don't know. I'll save it for whenever next time will be for Mario Paint. Yeah. something to keep in mind, I think, if I go on for hours and hours, to make sure that the computer doesn't go to sleep, because that does tend to happen. I also need to check the Windows settings for PC2, that is the broadcasting PC that we're using, to make sure that maybe Windows is not set to, a certain time before it goes to sleep. Because I think once it goes to sleep, that's when it shuts down some of the drivers and stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what other things we can do in the meantime. Although it is getting, it's a little bit past midnight already. Like almost on the dot. Just right on the dot, the o'clock in the AM right now. So it is now officially August 1st. I forgot what's happening on August 1st or even August 2nd. There was something that was happening, or something that was releasing, like maybe a show, like a new show. Oh, season 2 of I think it's mentioned earlier, but season 2 of Twisted Metal. I think the first few episodes of season 2 is already out. I might actually have to catch that on the weekend or something. There's a bunch of games that's also released today too. On the 31st. Heartworm, the survival horror game from Dread XP. Did a demo of that. That has been uploaded. I mean, by upload, I mean it's been released. But I uploaded an animated GIF of the title over to Tenor. So that way folks can use the GIF searcher and find that is like probably the only, if not the only, Heartworm GIF on the internet. Yeah, not sure if there's anything else. I think I may just end it there. So I think Friday tomorrow. I'm not sure what'll happen tomorrow. If anything, I could come back to do more Mario Paint 4 days in a row, perhaps, or it could be something different. Maybe back to Mario Kart World or something. We'll see. Or it could be on a Saturday. But I guess we'll figure it out. Due to the technical issues, I have to end this early. So I would have gone for like another hour, but it would just be more of the same. But I think sometime next week we'll probably come back to Mario Paint. We'll see. Anyways, I'm going to take off for now. Have yourselves a wonderful night, day, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.